Hello everybody, it is Alex with a quick look to book back to my channel. About an hour ago, I arrived home. My family, we all arrived home safe and sound, and it's kind of bittersweet to be home. I really didn't get much of a vacation, and on the vacation, I did want to record more, but two things happened. One, I got sick. The second day we were down there, I got a post-nasal drip, my throat was hurting. Luckily, it only lasted one day. And as you can hear from my voice, I still have stuffiness. But my sister brought something home from college, and it's just been person to person to person. And that sucks, but I'll get over it. And the second thing that happened is my laptop cord died. My laptop itself is fine, but the charging cord decided not to charge anymore. And you really can't go more than 12 hours without charging your laptop because the battery dies and you can't turn it on again. Huge shout out to Lenovo support. They kill it. I pay a couple extra bucks a month for support and warranty, and it's worth it. Lenovo, shout out to you. You're awesome. Luckily, they delivered a cord to my house when I was on the phone with them, or my mom was at least, and that was like 3 days ago, and it was at my house when we arrived. So my laptop's back and working, so I can make this video for you. One interesting thing that did happen is we were staying in Smoky Westgate Resorts. It's a Westgate Smoky Mountain something or other. They got a water park, and it's between Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. Now, if you drive into Pigeon Forge and turn north, in about half an hour, you'll arrive at the next town over called Sevierville. If you read it, it looks like Sevierville, but we had a local correct us once. It's Sevierville. And it's home to the largest knife store pretty much ever. And they ain't lying. They are not lying. This knife store had to be the size of like 2 Super Walmarts. It was freaking huge. And it had everything from knives to clothes. Anything you could ever want touristy, it had. From knives to guns to pepper spray to stun guns. And they go down to the relic room and they had old brass buttons. And they actually had some pretty cool coins. But the coin prices were out of whack. They were selling war nickels for $3. That's kind of out of control. War nickels are face value at that. But you should look this place up online and go to it if you're in Sevierville because it's ginormous. And I eventually went over to the knife store, but previously I saw a coin shop that was, I crossed the street, and it was right there. I think I actually have a card to the coin store. It's on my phone. I have to grab it. It's called Hallmark Rare Coins. It's in Sevierville, Tennessee, and the president's David K. Hall. It's gold, silver, platinum, diamonds, and more. They actually had baseball cards and Pokemon cards, so they had like cards and stamps and stuff, more than just coins, but I'm more interested in coins and dollar bills, and they had them. And it was a pretty nice store. Pretty big store too. I flipped you around so I can show you the stuff that I bought at this coin store. It's funny, when I went in, there were 2 adults kind of in back, and in the front helping me, this kid had to have been like 14 or 15 years old. He was young, and I'm not sure how old they have to be in Tennessee to get you working papers, but at minimum he was 14 years old. And I mean, good for him for working at a coin shop and kind of, he was definitely new, didn't know a whole lot, but hey, even Babe Ruth was a beginner once, so, good for him for working hard. A couple days prior to the coin store, my family, we walked the Gatlinburg Strip, and there was a Trump store, and it's funny, they had a life-sized Trump mannequin that I stood next to, and it's life size. Trump was about 6'2", I'm 5'7", so it is pretty accurate. it was $3,000, and I'd probably have to strap it to the roof if I wanted to take it home. But I didn't have the I didn't have the money nor the resource to take it home, so I just got my picture with it. You'll see it. I'll post it on the screen somewhere. And I got two things. First off, it was a mom and pop owned shop. The couple was very, very nice. I would if I wasn't looking at that coin shop in Sevierville, I'd be looking at this Trump shop in Gatlinburg. But I got this fridge magnet that says I voted for the outlaw and the hillbilly, which is exactly what I did. I regret nothing. I'm getting what I voted for. This is why I voted for Trump. Hence the conservative part of my name. And I got myself the white privilege card that trumps everything. It says, this card grants the bearer happiness, success because of the color of your skin. Obviously being the joke that because I have white skin, I have privilege. Believe me, if that was true, I wouldn't be in this room. I would probably be on a private island with, like, 5 women to my shoulder. But this is what I got at the Trump store a few days prior. And this is what I got at the coin store. And I spent about $60 on this stuff. There were some high quality coins. There was a Morgan dollar there that was MS63 condition. I would have gotten it, but it was $170. And granted, numismatics in general can be expensive, but I'm a collector on a budget, so I'm not gonna spend $500 at the coin store. At least not yet. But I get the bang for my buck. And I had a couple of questions, and it seemed the guy, it was probably the owner or something. He was an older guy that was kind of running the place. He definitely knew what he was talking about. So that was pretty good. I now have the oldest coin that I'm probably ever gonna have in my collection, an ancient Greek bronze coin, and there's actually quite a bit of leverage between the dates circa 400 BC and 380. I think my Constantine the Great is from like 350 AD or something like that, but this is by far the oldest coin that I have in my collection now, and it's probably gonna stay that way until I find something at the coin shop, at another coin shop, in another part of another town of another state. And it was actually pretty cool. It had these cases that you pressed a button and the shelf would go up and go back down for what you were looking at. And I was having the kid that was helping me press the button up and down to look at stuff, and then he was grabbing stuff out, and then he said to me, like, if I wanted to look at something, I could grab something out. And I was like, okay, I just didn't want to, like, violate the rules. I just want to be a great customer and not, cause any trouble. I gotta give this kid respect. He said the only rule is to not be an idiot. And, okay, mad respect for that kid. Don't be an idiot. He's smart. That's a smart rule to live by, is don't be an idiot. He lives by the same rule as Dr. House does. Don't be an idiot. Although, in some of the episodes of House that I've watched, he sure is an idiot. But Hugh Laurie, very talented actor, and I watched probably 4 or 5 episodes of House on the way down and on the way up, and I don't know if any of you have watched it, but it's a drama and a comedy all in the same. It's got its serious episodes and moments and some lighter, funnier moments. It's supposed to be a drama, but if you added a laugh track, it'd be a comedy. Here, I have a mint error. I have a 70% off struck cent, and you can see it was $20. I don't know how accurate that is to what its true value is, but it doesn't matter what coin shop I go into, they're always going to mark stuff up because they want to make a profit as well, because it's business. It's nothing personal. And perhaps my favorite, a 3-cent piece. It's got a hole through it, so it doesn't have its full value, but I think this is the silver 3-cent piece. We had a silver and a copper nickel 3-cent piece, and I think this is the silver one. I'm just gonna Google it to confirm, because that's the best thing to do. If you don't know, Google it. And younger numismatists like me, we are lucky to have Google. Granted, there are books on this stuff, and if I didn't have access to one of those books, I'm screwed. I don't know. So it's a positive thing about the internet is I can look it up in like 2 seconds flat. I looked it up. It is the silver 3-cent piece. And definitely the hole through it definitely decreases the value of it a little bit. But a hole through it, it gives it more personality. It gives it more history. Like this could have been somebody's pendant at one point. It could have been somebody's good luck charm at one point. And being from 1851, that person could have died 150 years ago, 140, 30 years ago, and the family could have spent it, and it could have gone hand to hand to hand, and eventually to this coin shop owner in Tennessee. But the history behind this coin is cool. 400 BC to 300 AD. That's a jump in years, but it's also pretty cool. I think it's the oldest coin that I now have, and this is all stuff I'm gonna put in my collection and cherish forever. And I was actually surprised to see a coin shop there. I guess I shouldn't be, because Sevierville has everything. But the fact that I was able to go into it and cruise around and just see what they had, and everyone was very nice. It's I recommend it. It's if you're in Sevierville, Tennessee, it's called Hallmark Rare Coins. They do good business. They're good people. I recommend them 100%. This is all I have for you right now, and I'll be back with more coin content before you know it. I'm a conservative coin collector. You know to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit the bell icon. Until next time, I'm signing off. Bye!